Whoever so sees into me, you are blessed and highly favored. Hello everyone, my name is Eden Eat and I also go by ExcellenceTV. Welcome to my channel and welcome back if you're not new. So here in this corner, I talk about hair love, inner beauty, childlike faith, and video essays and more to come because I'm very new to YouTube. So today this video is going to be about porosity and breaking it down. And from my last video, I said I was going to break it down. So here's the video I'm going to be breaking down porosity. So this video is more of a hair love focused video. So what is porosity? Well, porosity is your hair's ability to absorb and retain moisture. And yeah, your hair's ability to absorb and retain moisture. And I feel like you can't really understand that until you really know what your hair type is, so that it's easier to just understand that. But porosity basically determines the products you'll be using on your hair to benefit that, and different methods that you will learn along your hair journey if you're interested. So yeah, I'm going to break that down right now. So there's a low porosity and there's high porosity. Low porosity, that hair porosity has a very hard time absorbing moisture. I have low porosity, so it's really hard for my hair to absorb and retain moisture. As the high porosity is the complete opposite. It is an overload of moisture. What it's able to absorb, it can absorb and retain, but it's too much. So that's where the LCO and LLC methods come to play to help you, despite your porosity, know which products to use in your hair. Now, that is confusing unless you know what hair type your hair actually is. And I actually wanted to introduce something called the circle hair system. Now, this is not my own, but I just think that this hair system makes the most sense because it was made by a black female. She's been doing natural hairstyling for years and years and years. And it is called the Circle Hair System by Pamela Farrell. So, what is a circle hair system? Well, what our hair is. It's a circle. Because if you really if you really think about it, our hair really is circle hair, because when your hair sheds, which is normal, it usually comes in the shape of a circle. And the circle size determines, sorry, I'm reading my notes. The circle size determines the characteristics of your hair. The smaller your circle, the more your hair shrinks. To me, that makes sense, because with someone that has afro textured hair, that explains why my hair goes up instead of down, because my circle is smaller. So I'm gonna show a chart from Pamela Farrell's thing. I just drew it on paper so that it's easier to see. Okay, so here is the chart. And the reason why I'm showing this here is because, like, it just makes the most sense, as I said before. And when you think about the hair typing system, usually people think about 4A, 4B, 4C. But personally, for me, I'm going to be honest, I actually don't know where that came from. I heard that a Y passing guy made it. And I just don't think that there's enough research for it to actually just make sense of why type 1 is straight hair and type 4 is like type 4. And I just really don't get it. And this just makes sense because our hair really is a circle when it sheds. So this is the actual hair typing thing, because like it was made by a black woman. It makes sense. And the different sizes are very accurate. And because our head sheds in a circle, and it's just easier to identify your hair type. So the small one right here, this would be afro textured hair, and the circle size is small, from 8 to 14 points. And when I say point, kind of think of like how you shrink the font on Google or Google Docs or Google presentations. Yeah, that's what makes more sense to me, though. I'm trying my best. But yeah. Small will most definitely be Afro textured hair, which is actually type 1, and straight hair would be the type 4. But here it just disregard that. So yeah, 8 to 14 points, and I'd say I'm around a 12. So yeah, small. Medium would be like what the everybody else considers to be type 3, 2, whatever. It's medium. It's a medium circle from 28 to 48 points, and this is what it looks like. 28, 48, medium. See how easy it is? And then large, which is wavy, straight hair, is from 72 to 150 points. And you see the circle is really big. And that explains circle sizes. Pretty self-explanatory. Now that I've broken down the circle sizes in the from the circle hair system, now we can get into the LCO method for your porosity. So now that you get that your small to large circle sizes, you're now able to be like, okay, so now that I know my hair type, how do I figure out my porosity? And there's actually a few ways to figure out your porosity, but the main one that I use that I think that's most easiest for other people to understand is when you wash your hair, you shampoo it good, take a strand of your hair and put it in, fill a cup with water. Make sure that's see-through so you can see it, and place the hair strand on top of it. Wait for 10 minutes. Now, what I said before, backtracking to what I said before, low porosity has a hard time absorbing and retaining moisture, and high porosity can easily absorb and retain moisture. So you're probably thinking, okay, so then that means, because like I know this stuff. Low porosity, after 10 minutes, your hair, if you have low porosity, your hair strand's literally going to stand on the cup, is not going to absorb the water. If you have high porosity, it's going to immediately sink to the bottom. Now I know there's medium porosity where it's like equal, like it's gonna be in the middle of the cup, but usually it's just easier to identify either as a low or high. So yeah, and also do not make sure that you do shampoo your hair. It's the easiest way to figure out what your porosity is, and it's not going to work if you have product in your hair, which is why you shampoo. Make sure your hair is clean to do it so that you get authentic results. So there you go. So like I'm low, I'm high. What method do I use? What products I use? Okay, so there's two methods: the LCO method and the LLC. LCO means leave-in conditioner, your custard or butter. I don't see, but you can also use butter and oil. The leave-in conditioner, of course, is to moisturize your hair. The butter or custard is to lubricate the hair strands, and the oil is to seal it in. And the reason why for low porosity that the oil is last so that it seals everything in, because again, backtracking to before, low porosity has a hard time absorbing moisture, so you want to put the oil last. LOC method for high porosity, you switch the order of the oil and the custard or butter of your choice. So your leave-in conditioner, of course, to moisturize your hair. Now with high porosity, backtracking again, I've used that word many times, but I'm going to use it again. It already had, like, it can easily absorb moisture, but too much of it is like a protein overload. It's too much that your hair can become soggy, and it will become unmanageable and difficult to style. So you switch the order so that you already seal in the moisture needs to be sealed in, so that there will be a balance once you lubricate the strands with butter or custard. So there you go, LLC and LCO. Whew. Okay, I hope that was really helpful. I broke it down to the best of my ability because I am a hair enthusiast. I want to teach people how to love their hair in every state of it. And I feel like with the circle hair system, like literally props to Pamela Farrell. She really did her thing. Like literally this is so easy to understand. Like literally hair care should be it should be this easy. And you know, one thing that I've learned recently is that we're at a time and age where we can just realize how simple it is and not have so much hatred within the Black community. So, but it's up to people to heal themselves, up to people to realize that and not claim wigs as if it was black people's hair in the first place, which is not true. But I'm not gonna get too much into that. So yeah, I hope this helped anyone, whoever sees this video. You're blessed and highly favored. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you whenever I upload a new video. Bye bye.